Let's talk about how we define winning in arguments, in negotiations, in problem solving. It is so easy for us to get sucked into drama, to start bickering, to want to quote unquote win because our egos and our egos are involved, right? And when I used to teach positive parenting courses and about power struggles, we would do this exercise when we were in in-person classes where we'd hold up our hands and we'd partner up hand to hand, and one partner would push and the other one, usually their response was automatically to push back. So we'd be in this power struggle. I was in a dance class a few weeks ago and we were going through this exercise of leading another person who had their eyes closed. And the first time we did it, we partnered up and put their hand, so someone's hand would have been on the back of my chest. I would have been leading them, pushing them sort of behind here, directing them around the room. And then we did a variation of this where we were hands back to back, so not holding hands, but back to back, guiding people. And that was actually easier. It was easier from the leader's perspective, and it was easier from the other person just responding and being guided. So I want you to just keep this in the back of your mind as we're dealing with power struggles. So if you are pushing on your ex and going at him hard, his automatic response, he's like a little toddler inside because we all have that inner child. His natural response is going to be to push back. And same with if he's pushing at you, your natural response is going to be to push back. But really we want to get to this position of gently guiding rather than being in this confrontational spot. And what I used to teach in my parenting classes is if you're not sure what's causing your child behavior, if you're noticing things in yourself like wanting to win, wanting to make them feel bad, wanting to make them pay for what they've done, or just like, oh no, he didn't do that to me. Those are all signs that you're in a power struggle. Those are all signs that you're being triggered. And then I'm going to ask you, in terms of winning, if you were going in like payback time, it's payback time. I want him to pay. I want him to feel bad. I want to win at all costs. I want to show him who's boss. Is that really solution oriented? Is that going to get you to that vision, that bigger picture vision that you have laid out for you? Sometimes with our eye on the goal and that big vision, we have to let go of all of this crap. We have to get out of the power struggle and focus on that. So I really want you to consider when you enter discussions, negotiations, conversations, how do you define winning? Is winning not being triggered, not being sucked in, being able to leave there level-headed, like you've left it all on the table? You might not have got what you wanted out of that conversation. So in that sense, maybe you're not winning, but winning could just be leaving there and not really worrying about what just happened. Winning might simply mean not being sucked in and feeling frustrated and hurt and all of the things. So really consider what winning means to you, because it's going to be in the back of your mind as you are going through all of these interactions with your ex. And this idea of winning is going to potentially trigger you when we get to the module where we're dealing with your ex. I'm going to teach you different language to use, and there's going to be part of you that's going to be like, that's not fair. Why do I have to be the one to change? And it'll feel like, when I'm saying like, express gratitude, give thanks, listen, validate feelings, all of those things that we're going to talk about a bit later, it might feel like you're letting him win in those moments. But if you can keep your eye on the bigger picture and redefine what winning is, which means like if you can get through a conversation that is drama-free and you get towards a solution, like that's a massive win. Versus if he's trying to get under your skin and you get sucked in because you want to play that game, is that really winning? Like you might win that little argument, but you may have lost the big picture. So really consider what winning means to you as you're going through this course and as you're having interactions with your ex.